Welcome to Real Estate for Beginners. I'm Gershon Levy. The purposes of this video and subsequent videos is to train you, the viewer, on what's happening inside a normal residential real estate deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to work through a residential deal from beginning to end, right? The whole timeline of it, buyer and seller side. And I'm going to teach you the specific vocab and ideas that are important to that deal. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Please like, follow, share, subscribe, and let's get started. Now, before we start talking about how to acquire and how to sell one of these residential real estate properties, we first want to talk about what kinds of residential real estate properties a person could buy. And remember, when we talk about residential, we're talking about properties, we're talking about real estate where people actually live. And to remember that a little bit easier, just look at the word residential. It has the word reside and resident inside of it, so you'll never forget. Now, I've listed 6 different types of residential properties here for you to remember. There are others that I haven't listed, but these are the 6 I want you guys to focus on right now. The first being an SFR, or a single family residence. This is like the typical all-American family home that everybody thinks about with a white picket fence. It's a standalone property that's intended for one family to live in. It doesn't share any walls. It doesn't share any sort of roof with other properties. It's by itself. So I'm going to denote that by putting down single family. And remember, again, SFR is single family residence. Now, the second one we have is called a townhome. Townhomes are similar to SFRs where there's a single family living in each townhome, but the difference is that they share walls with other townhomes. So I'll denote that by putting my little houses here, one by one, next to each other. Now, one thing to note is that even though they share walls with one another, each one of these townhomes is an individual property with an individual owner. Number 3 is going to be a condo or condominium. This is just an apartment that you own. So think about a building, right, with multiple floors, multiple units. You don't own the whole building, but you own, let's say, the 3rd floor unit. That's you right there. That's your condo, your apartment that you own. All right, so now we're going to go to this side and talk about duplex, triplex, and fourplex, which all sound very similar, but the difference is the number of units they have in each building. So just looking at these words, we can kind of figure out what's going on here. So DU before the plex, right, refers to 2. So we know that this type of property has 2 different units inside of it. So to denote that, a duplex is essentially a standalone home with 2 separate units, 2 families living in it. So it's not a single family residence, right? It's a multiple family residence. Now, what's the difference between a duplex and, let's say, a townhome, right? If you think about it, these 2 units share a wall with one another, just like these townhomes share walls with one another. The difference is, like I said, each townhome has an individual owner. This duplex, even though there's 2 units inside of it, there's 2 families living there, the whole property is owned by one person, and they might live in one of these units, or they're just renting out both of them to tenants. The same goes for triplex, which is 3, right? Think about a big house, let's say, with 3 different units, right? 3 different entrances, maybe 3 different garages, 3 different utility meters. They're intended to be like for 3 different families, but it's all one building, right? And then, of course, we have fourplex, which would be 4 units under one building with 4 individual families living there. So now we know about the 6 different types, the most common 6 different types of properties you'll encounter in residential real estate. We have SFRs, which is those standalone homes, townhomes, which are similar but share walls, condos, which are apartments that you own, duplexes, which are standalone homes with 2 units in them, but there's one owner of the building. And then the same goes for triplex and fourplex, right? 3 units inside of triplexes, 4 units inside of a fourplex, but these are all owned by one person who then rents out the units to other people. The series is not quite over yet, so make sure you watch the next video, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Have a great day, and thanks so much.